completely unmerciful.
In fact, there's contempt.
Yes, total
hatred
contempt
for us.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Contempt and hatred for humanity is what fuels these dark powers that run our societies.
Yes, and it's all translated into smiley faces on the television, and it's really a travesty what the beautiful human soul is being subjected to, and we are vast beings of light. And I'm just thrilled that you're bringing this out into the open all over the world through your books and through your talking and sharing your own truth with us.
Thank you.
Because we have to wake up. We have to wake up. There's just no time left. There really isn't any.
Yeah.
I mean, even if the Mayan it didn't exist, we would have to come to the conclusion that we're running out of time.
Yeah. Totally. We're at the 11th hour. We're standing right now at the edge of the abyss. And,
absolutely.
And we still have the choice not to step over it, but we have to take control of our own consciousness. We have to resist the mind control in our society. We have to recognize, as you say, that we are all beings of light, filled with this miraculous gift of consciousness, with the incredible opportunity to be born in a human body, to learn and to grow and to develop on this beautiful and amazing garden of a planet that we've been given.
You tell us just briefly about the Blue Angel. She's such a fascinating character, and the realms that she works in. I just loved the way she, the way that you use various devices to introduce us to how things might work in the higher realms.
Yes. She exists in parallel realms that operate at a different vibration from our own. And she, as I said earlier, she's a powerful supernatural being, but she cannot intervene directly in human affairs. She can't actually get down and roll up her sleeves and physically change things in this world.
Right.
The way that she does it is through finding heroic and gifted people and working with them, and that's why she chooses my two young heroines, Rhea and Leonie, living at opposite ends of history, to do battle with this demon and his forces traveling through time. And she wakens them up. She wakens them up to what their responsibility really is, and makes it clear to them that ultimately it's up to them, it's up to us humans to decide. And for me, she is the mother goddess of this planet. There's a strong feminine theme which runs through my novel. I knew from the beginning, from the moment I had the inspiration, that my central characters were women, not men, and that a return to the sacred feminine, to the divine feminine, is one of the things that we desperately need in the modern world.
Absolutely.
There's way too much testosterone-driven violence going on right now, and we need to return to the gentler, more nurturing side of ourselves. But I also show in this novel that women are strong and courageous beings. Yes.
Yes, and it's interesting too that that Silpa, who represents the demonic force, and it is demonic.
Yeah.
I mean, I was scared. Is starting to break into our world, and it's starting to manifest through individuals, but it works largely through the unconsciousness of masses.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas the other, I was just thinking about this, whereas the Blue Angel, who represents the mother goddess, I guess you could say, she's working through these beautiful heroines.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's really kind of the Goliath against the giants.
Yes, it is. It's exactly that. It's that story. It's a story of courage, and it's a story of love.
Well, it is a beautifully written and wonderful book, and I can't say enough good things about it. I loved it. I couldn't put it down, and I'll probably reread it. And I can't wait for you to come out with the next one.
Okay.
I just love the characters. It just feels like I know all these people, and the archetypes and the metaphors that you put in there, and the deep wisdom. It's just unparalleled.
Thank you so much for saying that and for seeing that in my book.
Well, we will be out of time shortly, and I wanted to give you a few minutes to talk about, where you are now, what you're doing, where people can find your books and your other works, and so on and so forth. So let's take a few minutes for you to do that.
Well, the first thing to say it was impossible for me to find a mainstream publisher for this book because it concerns altered states of consciousness. I think it was just mainstream publishers wouldn't touch it, but I found a courageous, small independent publisher called the Disinformation Company in New York, who've published some other very important works which go against the grain of our current society, and they took Entangled on, but they don't have the resources of a big mainstream publishing company. So this book may be hard to find in some bookshops. And what I would ask readers who are interested to do, and indeed readers of my nonfiction to do, if they don't find the book in their bookstore, please get the bookstore to order it. That will make the bookstore wake up that there's some interest in the book. The title again is Entangled, The Eater of Souls, and I'm Graham Hancock, the author. So order it from your local bookstore if they don't carry it. And secondly, it is available on Amazon.com. If people want to buy books that way, that's also very helpful. And please, if you like the book, put a review up on Amazon.com and share the word with others. And for those who want to explore the book without putting up the $10 or whatever it is that it costs, then the answer is to go to my website, which is www.grahamhancock.com. That's GRAHAMHANCOCK.com, and there's a very prominent button right on the first page which leads you straight to the material on Entangled, and there you will find a video trailer. Runs for about 1 minute and 10 seconds, which introduces the book. You will also find 4 chapters, the first 4 chapters available free online, and those can be read at your leisure. And if you find it interesting, please go ahead and order the book or buy it from Amazon.com and empower me to do more of this, because this is my path for the future.
Oh, absolutely. And I am so glad that you got on that path, Graham. It's a wonderful path, and this is so important, and this is a really important seminal work that you've written. And so I encourage everybody to read it, because I loved it, and like I said, I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down. And yes, get it. Get it today. So you're on tour right now, are you?
Yeah, I've been traveling in America for a month now. And I'm just at the very end of my tour. I'm in upstate New York at the moment. I have a presentation in Kingston in upstate New York tonight. That's on, all those details, by the way, are also on my website, grahamhancock.com, a list of all my events and appearances. And then tomorrow night, which is Sunday night, the 24th, I'm at the Chapel of the Sacred Mirrors in Wappinger Falls in upstate New York. This is Alex Gray's place. He did have his Chapel of the Sacred Mirrors in New York City, but he's now moved it to Wappinger Falls in upstate New York, and I'll be doing a major lecture with slides there tomorrow evening, sharing the research background behind Entangled, and very much looking into visionary experiences.
That would be something not to miss.
Yeah, I hope that people will come along. And as I say, the information there is also on my website. There's another button for my U.S. 2010 lecture tour, and you can find details of that there and link through to Alex Gray and be able to go and attend that presentation. Wonderful.
Well, Graham, do you have any last-minute things that you'd like to share with everybody before we have to leave?
The most important message that I have to share, although it's not easy, although it often goes against the grain of habits that we've got into in this life, is that love is the answer to everything, and that if we can banish hatred and fear and suspicion from our lives and replace them with love, then this beautiful world that we've been gifted with will continue to be a theater of experience for humanity, a place where we can learn and grow and develop and keep coming back to learn and grow and develop more, because I don't believe that death is the end. I'm certain that it's the beginning of the next great adventure, and I'm certain that we come back again and again into human bodies to learn the vital lessons that are available for us here.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Graham. And thank you for being on the show, and you can come back again and again, too, if you like.
I'd love to do that. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks a lot, Graham.
I really appreciate your questions and your open-minded spirit. Thank you.
Well, you're such a great beacon of light, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good trip.